SUP peeps? 100 subscribers! No joke. Thank you all so much for 100 subscribers. Thanks to all my friends who watch my videos and tell me how awesome they are. So today I thought it would be fun to go through my game shelf, or the game stack as I call it, and just talk about it a little bit. We're on the floor now. So this is my game and console stack. Now this is pretty much every game, but this is definitely not all of the consoles. And if you're wondering what microphone I'm using, it's a Rock Band microphone I got for $2. It's the only microphone I have that reaches this far. I don't know how good the audio quality is. It is just a USB mic, but it might be better than my phone. So we'll see what I end up using. So, yeah, first of all, this is just a stack of games and some books. Obviously got my Dragon Ball Z mangas in there because, Dragon Ball Z is good. So I thought I might as well just go through, all of the consoles I own and just talk about the games I have for them. So starting with the second oldest system I own, that's got to be my NES. I have three. Well, I technically have four, but I have three NES games. I've got Zelda 1, Zelda 2, and Mario Bros. Plus Duck Hunt. So I actually own two of this game. I bought a copy before I owned my original Nintendo Entertainment System at a used game store. And then I bought an NES from that same used game store, and they gave me another one. So that was pretty nice of them. So now I own Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt twice. It's a good game, honestly. I love playing it on the NES more than on any other console, just because it's just, I don't know, it's good. Same thing, Zelda 1. I beat this game. I beat this game on NES, on the actual, official hardware. I did not for Zelda 2. Setting up my capture system was really annoying, and I got really frustrated playing this game when I made my video about it last year. So I didn't beat this one. I got to the third dungeon though, and I'll definitely beat it on NES eventually, but it was about the time I was playing this and I went, you know what? Playing on Switch is easier and it looks better. So I'm emulating all of the games I'm playing from going forward, because if the console doesn't have an HDMI port, because fuck AV cables. I don't have a CRT, so I can't use my GameCube. You can't see it. My GameCube's broken. It stopped playing discs. It stopped playing discs. I have to buy a new GameCube. But we'll get to that in a minute. So after the NES, let's talk about the Super Nintendo. So I have only... So Super Nintendo, I have 5 games for the Super Nintendo. And I have one accessory. So I have my first one I bought with my Super Nintendo a couple years ago. Big fan of this game. Link to the Past. Great game. Then I got Super NES Super Scope 6. For $5 at that same used game store. Okay, so to explain, it's located 5 hours away, and it's the nearest retro game store to my location, okay? So, I love physical games. I would buy them if I could. But I live in the middle of nowhere. The nearest Walmart is an hour and 45 minutes away. The nearest Best Buy, which is it used to be the Source, now it's Best Buy, is 45 minutes away. And it's the middle of winter, and the roads are a sheet of ice. So I don't want to go anywhere. So then I also have the Super Game Boy. This isn't one of my games. I bought this to play my Game Boy games on TV. Because I was trying to play all of my Zelda games for my Zelda game videos off original hardware originally, right? So I bought this, and then my fucking Super Nintendo broke too. It stopped reading carts. I take good care of my consoles. I use them pretty consistently. I don't fucking drop them or anything. It just stopped working. But luckily, the day it stopped working, I got Maximum Carnage. You know, Spider-Man and Venom, Maximum Carnage. With a brand new Super Nintendo that works. So the day my Super Nintendo stopped working, I was working at a job place. I don't want to say where, but it was at my job, and I was cleaning out a room. And as we were cleaning out of the room, my boss came in, went into like a little back cubby closet area, came out and went, "Huh, look at this." She was holding a cardboard box. She tilted the cardboard box forward. You want to know what was in there? A Super Nintendo with a controller and this fucking game. And then she left it in the fucking room. So I went. So after we were removing everything from this room. So I took everything out of this room. Everything. Everything out except for this box. So I walk up to her and I go, "Hey, what do you want me to do with this?" And she just goes, "You want it?" And I went, "Yeah, sure." So I walked out of work that day with a Super Nintendo, a controller, all the hookups, and Spider-Man and Venom Maximum Carnage. So I have a working Super Nintendo now. It is not in my room. It is in storage. A bunch of my consoles are in storage right now because I just don't have the fucking space. This is all the room I have for my games in my room, okay? And I also have Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. I also have Super Mario World, but I don't know where it is. It's probably up in here somewhere, and I don't feel like looking. Oh, and also, I showed this off in my most recent video about Zelda, but this is one of the coolest things I own, in my opinion. I have The Legend of Zelda Ancient Stone Tablets Satellaview game cartridge. So it's a ROM loaded onto a Super Nintendo cartridge that can actually, and so I can actually play the game on a Super Nintendo. I put it in. I haven't gone past the title screen yet, purely because I'm waiting to play the game for the first time when I make that video. I promise I'm working on the Link's Awakening video. I know what the poll said, but I'm playing Link's Awakening DX, and I'll give the Switch port its own thing. Okay, I consider Link's Awakening DX two different games. I do. I do. But I just don't want to have to play Link's Awakening 3 times. I don't want to do it. I don't want to play Link's Awakening 3 times. I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. But now that we're done with the Super Nintendo, since I don't have a lot of games for it, let's talk about the N64. So, oh hey, I found Super Mario World. So, for N64, I have a lot of games. I have a surplus of games for my N64. Not a surplus. I don't have that many. I have Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, and some other stuff. Banjo-Kazooie, Yoshi Story, Rogue Squadron. I have some other games too. I inherited I was gonna say I inherited them from my dad, like he's dead, but he just gave them to me. He's still alive. Hi, Dad. But the main parts of my collection are games that I personally went out of my way to get. Starting with Gold Cartridge Majora's Mask. Now, there's something loose in there. It's rattling, and it's missing a screw. But It's fucking Majora's Mask. This is a great game. I'm not a big fan of the holographic label. Like, you can't really see it on camera, but I can't read what this says unless I look at the game like this. So, like, looking at it like this, I can read The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. But, like, looking at it frontwards, I can barely make out the words. 3D doesn't work with my eyeballs. It's the same thing with, like, the 3DS. Stereoscopic 3D just does not work for me for some reason, and it always gives me, like, a headache, so I never played 3DS games with the 3D on. But other than that, this cost me a decent amount of money. I'd say probably, like, $70, $80. But it is in-box Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This is still in the box. It's got most of the papers. The box is a little messed up. That's why I keep it in this plastic case. But it's Ocarina of Time in the box. I love collecting in-box Zelda games. Like, as much as I love Majora's Mask, like this, I'm gonna have to buy a boxed copy for my collection at some point. And I know this because I've already bought 2 other boxed games. I bought The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Japanese edition. I can't play it. I don't have a Japanese N64. Is the N64 even region locked? Editing me, put it up if it is. Maybe I can play this. I don't know. But in-boxed, I love the artwork on this one. I think it looks way better than the North American game by, a lot. But this, it's Ocarina of Time. It's, one of the most revolutionary games of all time. Not my favorite Zelda game, but I own it. I own every version of it. Fun fact, I got the N64 version of OOT last. So I own every single re-release. I have the GameCube Master Quest and Ocarina of Time disc. I have the Wii Virtual Console version on my Wii from when I was a kid. That's how I first played it. I have the Wii U Virtual Console version, which is how I first beat the game. I have the 3DS remaster, Ocarina of Time 3D, and then obviously everybody has it on Switch. So I own every single way to play this game, and now I own the N64 version, as of 6 months ago. So that's pretty cool. And then my last in-box game I want to talk about is the Japanese Super Mario 64. This was an impulse buy. I was betting on an auction on eBay for a perfect, flawless copy of Ocarina of Time, and I was refreshing and bidding. I bid. I lost the auction. And I was so, because I waited till the last 15 minutes. I went to bed. I got up at 4 in the morning. I'd slept maybe 3-4 hours just to bid on Ocarina of Time, and I lost, and I was so pissed off that I just looked up box N64 games, and I bought this for $30 from Japan. Not to mention that the cartridges are in perfect fucking condition. Look at this. Look at this. They also include really nice, notes with stuff. Pretty much everything I bought from Japan, the seller has given me a really nice note where they thank me for my purchase, and it's the English is kind of poor sometimes, but I have some of them pinned up on my wall because I'm just damn, you didn't have to do that. But now I feel really good about, it makes my day when I see, a used game seller, just include, a note or something, being thank you for your purchase, if you need anything else, let us know, if there's any problems with it, it's and they're they'll write it in, in Japanese, they'll have, thank you, and it's just, every time, it makes my fucking day. So, if somehow any of the people who sold me this junk are watching this, thanks, and I really appreciate it. Moving on from the N64, I want to move up to the GameCube now. I think I'm just going to go Nintendo, and then Sony, and then Xbox, and then whatever else I have randomly. Moving on from the N64, we got the GameCube. So again, my GameCube is broken, and I want to tell this story because I'm still pissed off about it. So this is back when I was trying. This is the one of the main reasons why I started just playing all my Zelda games on emulator. I want to say it's probably my 16th birthday. I asked my mom for a GameCube, and then I had my friends over, and we played Mario Kart Double Dash and Smash Bros. Melee. So I've had this a couple of years. I took good care of it. I played it pretty consistently. I wanted the silver one because I have a silver GBA SP that my not deceased father also gave to me. And so then when I was working on my Zelda videos, I bought a Game Boy player because I needed a way to record the Game Boy games on TV, right, for my videos. But the thing is, the Game Boy player is like $30. You know, it's just cheap. This is nothing. But the fucking disc, Game Boy player needs a startup disc, if you didn't know that. And the disc is like $100 plus shipping. Again, I live in the middle of nowhere, so shipping to me on eBay, if it's not free, it's like $20 to $30. So it's like an $80 to $100 disc plus another like $20-$30. And I'm like, I can't do that. So I found this for like I want to say like $40 maybe, probably less. A GameCube memory card slot. So you stick this in your GameCube. It's just a normal memory card. But if you have a Game Boy player, if you stick this in, it basically and you put in a game, like Mario Kart Double Dash, Smash Bros. Melee, Wind Waker, Mario Sunshine. It basically tricks your GameCube into thinking you have the startup disc in there, and then it lets you play your Game Boy games on using the Game Boy player. So I bought it, and my fucking GameCube doesn't play discs anymore. I've been trying to fix, I don't know. It won't play any of my game discs. It won't play any of my games. And that sucks because I really like the GameCube. Like, I love GameCube games. Like, I grew up with a Wii. I grew up with this Wii. Right? Stopped playing discs a couple of years. I have two Wiis. One of them, this one, I'm pretty sure is the one that stopped playing discs. But I love my Wii. I had garbage Wii games growing up. We'll get to that in a minute. But I had like turbo ass games. I had like 10 Wii games. And most of them were like Chicken Shoot, Cars Mater National. Oh, let's see. Let's look at this. Oh yeah, I had 3 Just Dance games. I had Monster 4x4 for my Wii. But then I also had great Wii games. Had Mario Bros. Wii. We called it the game that breaks up families, because we would just fight every time we played it. 4 players. Well, it was mostly 3 players. My brother was too little. But we would just fight while we played it. Yeah. So, a lot of the games I grew up playing on my Wii were GameCube games. Luigi's Mansion is a classic. I had Luigi's Mansion, Pikmin, Simpsons Road Rage, Mario Sunshine. Just a bunch of fantastic games. Like, I love Mario Kart Wii, Mario Kart, but like, Mario Kart Double Dash. I had Double Dash Melee. Like, when I have my friends over, we would play, like, Smash Ultimate. Not Smash Ultimate, what the fuck am I talking about? When I'd have my friends over as a kid, we'd play Melee or Mario Kart, because, like, that was games. I don't know, like, I also grew up with an original Xbox, but that wasn't really mine, that was my dad's. So, whenever I would play it, it usually would be with him or, out in the living room. Or in my room, I'd have my Wii. So, I'd still have the same TV stand. It'd be down, there's a little cubby down there, and I'd have my friend Luke over. Luke, I'm looking at you right now, Luke. And we would play Melee all the time on my Wii. And we were like, less than 10. You know, we were like, 7, 8, 9, and we would play Melee on my Wii with my original memory card, which I think is in my other Wii that still plays discs. And then obviously I played Wii Sports. And I got an issue in and also Kirby's Return to Dreamland. You see, I'm a thief. So I kind of borrowed some games from my cousins when I was a kid. Mostly all of my GameCube games except for one, and a lot of Wii games. And then I never gave them back. They never asked me for their Wii games, their games back. So I never gave them back. I never gave them back. Yeah. So the only GameCube game I own more now that I owned because I wanted it. I don't even know where it is in my stack. You see, a bunch of my games, they were sorted, and then I had to search through all of them. But it was an Avatar: The Last Airbender game. I remember, so again, I lived in the middle of nowhere, but we used to have what was, I think, a Zellers. And I would go, one day I was in there with my dad, and we walked into Zellers, and they were closing down. So I got like some Clone Wars action figures. I got Heavy from Season 3 of Clone Wars, and there was a GameCube game for sale, like sealed GameCube game. It was Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I really wanted it. I hadn't watched Avatar at the time. I didn't end up watching Avatar until I was, I want to say 18. And I looked at it and I went, Dad, I want that. He went, okay. It was like $5. So I got Avatar: The Last Airbender. I don't know what the game is called. I'll find it, and I'll put it on the screen here. But yeah, it was cool. That's the only GameCube game. That's the only GameCube game that I still own that's mine, that I bought, that I got for me, that I didn't steal from my other family. Yeah, so like pretty much all of my good Wii games and good GameCube games are stolen. All of these. I don't think any of these are mine. I chewed on Luigi's Mansion. I have 2 Luigi's Mansions because my one got broken. My cousin just messaged me one day, like when I was like 14. He's like, do you want, what kind of games do you want? And I went, well, like Ocarina of Time 3D and a new copy of Luigi's Mansion. Lo and fucking behold, for my birthday, he bought me both. Fucking Kalen coming in clutch with the fucking games, bro. Those are like, and I still play those games regularly. Like, they're staples of my collection. But yeah, other than that, I had a lot of games that I never owned. Because they were rentals. So there used to be a video store, and at the video store, you could rent out movies and games for like 2 weeks. And so I would rent out Wii games all the time, because this was before I got my Xbox 360. So we would rent out Wii games. So we would rent out Wii games. And as we rented out, we would rent Wii games, and 2 stick in my mind that I really, really liked. Number 1, Mario Sports Mix. I have a shitload of nostalgia for that game. Everybody says it sucks. I still love it. I don't know. It's really satisfying when you get to pick up all the coins to do a slam dunk and get like 1 billion points. And the other game I have a lot of nostalgia for, but I'll fully admit this game was bad, was Ninja Breadman by Data Design. Because who doesn't love Ninja Breadman, right? It was just, those were the games. I also owned And those were the games that I rented the most, I think. Like, off the top of my head, I can't think of any other Wii games that I rented from the video store. I have more memories with my Wii. So I own Mario Galaxy 2. And like I said, my Wii stopped playing Wii games at one point. So I brought it over to my aunt's house because they had a working Wii. And then I left it there because, again, I didn't have a working Wii at the time. And then they lost it. So I don't have Mario Galaxy 2 anymore. I have a lot of nostalgia for that game, but I think it is infinitely worse than the first one. I replay the first game, like, every 6 months. On my Switch, I have nearly every single save file 100% completed on my account. So that's cool. And then at my aunt's house, games they would never let me borrow, but I played a lot. Whenever I was over there, I'd play them. Super Smash Brothers Brawl, and I played a little bit of Skyward Sword. I didn't like Skyward Sword. I couldn't get past the part at the beginning of the game where you have to glide with the glider down. I got stuck. I got frustrated. And then I quit. You know that meme of the guy? You know that image of the guy with the pickaxe and he's turned around just before he finds diamonds? That's me. That's me. I fucking love Skyward Sword. As an adult, I love Skyward Sword. It's one of my favorites. And then also, yeah, Brawl is great, and I love Brawl. Everybody, I don't care. I don't care what you think. Brawl is a good game. I love Brawl. I'm gonna own it again one day. One day I'm gonna own Brawl again. I promise. I double dog promise yo ass that I'm gonna own Brawl again. So when I was talking about the GameCube, I ended up just talking about my Wii the whole time. I love the Wii. I love the GameCube. Fantastic systems. A lot of great games. A lot of great Zelda games. I don't own Wind Waker on GameCube. I do have Four Swords Adventures, but I could never. I couldn't. I thought it was boring. I hope I change my mind about that game, because it actually does look fun now, and I want to play it multiplayer with my friends. I'm gonna have to buy a bunch of GB. I'm gonna have to buy 4 Game Boy Advances, and well, I already have 2. I have to buy 2 Game Boy Advances and 4 link cable things. So that's gonna be fun. What's next? After the Wii. Yeah, the Wii U. I love the Wii U. I really like the Wii U. Yeah, like I said just now, I hate the Wii U. The Wii U sucks. I hate it. I hate the Wii U. I love the Wii U. It has a lot of really good games. It looks like it's basically a Wii. You can play all my Wii games with an HDMI cord. And also, it's got a lot of really good games on it. Yeah, so let's look at my Wii U collection. Now, pretty much all of these are back from when from when I still, used my Wii U pretty actively. I've got a couple Lego games, Lego Movie, Lego Marvel Superheroes. Big one for me, I really wanted this game. Pikmin 3. Utterly fantastic game. I think the Switch port is infinitely better than this one. But this is still a great game. Oh yeah, Lego Hobbit. This is my brother's game, kinda, but I stole it because I don't think he cares. Rabbids Land. He was big into the Raving Rabbids. He was big into the Raving Rabbids games when we were kids. So I played a lot of those with him. They were fine enough. I always found the Rabbids kind of annoying. And this game was fine. I'd pop it in every now and then, just for something new to play on my Wii U, to be honest, because I didn't have a lot of games. And yeah, it was Rabbids Land. So then we also have Lego Batman 3. I wanted this game. I played Lego Batman 2. Didn't play 1. I wanted 3 because you got to go outside of Gotham City and fly around as like Superman, and that's pretty much all I did. Then this I bought. This is still sealed. I bought this like a year ago. Star Wars the Lego Star Wars Force Awakens. Found this for $5 at one of my local grocery stores, so I bought it. I own like 3 copies of this game. They're all steel. I don't actually intend on playing it. Apparently, it's actually a pretty good game, but I'm not really into Lego games anymore, other than like the classics. I wanted this game really bad. The ad, you're a kid now, you're a squid now. Splatoon, great game. I couldn't play the online. My Wi-Fi was so bad that for the entirety of the time I owned my Wii U, I could not play online multiplayer on my Wii U. So I couldn't race against other people online. I couldn't play Splatoon at all. So I just played the campaign. It's great. I cannot think about this game without thinking about the opening theme, I Am from Shadow the Hedgehog. You see, I'm a fucking idiot. When I was a kid, I would just listen to the same song over and over again ad nauseum until I got physically sick of it. And so I played through the entire, like, 5-hour campaign of this game listening to I Am on loop over and over and over again. And that was probably the worst way to experience the Splatoon campaign. So now I don't get to listen to the great soundtrack. I just hear, I hear no, see no evil, black writings on the wall, unleash a million faces, and one by one they fall. Black-hearted evil, brave-hearted hero, I am all, I am all, I am. I am. Here we go, buddy. Here we go, buddy. Here we go. Here we go, buddy. Here we go. Go, go. Go ahead and try to see through me. Do it if you dare, dare. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Step forward, 2 steps back. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Can you see all of me? Walk into my mystery. Step inside and hold on for dear life. Do you remember me? Capture you or set you free. I am all of me. 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 Here we go, buddy. Here we go. See, I know the whole song still. I bet you don't. I bet you fucking don't, you idiot. Fuck you. No, you're pretty cool. You're watching this video, but like, fuck you anyway. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never made a video like this before. I'm just kind of reminiscing. Other than that, New Super Mario Bros. U plus New Super Luigi U. This, I'm pretty sure I got with my Wii U and my Wii U bundle. I never beat this game. I got like halfway through and I got bored. I think New Super Mario Bros. U isn't very good. I didn't bother buying it on Switch. One of the very few Wii U ports I didn't own. I got New Super Luigi U was pretty fun though. I was really bad at it, so I never got far. Then we got Mario Kart 8. It's Mario Kart 8. It's fucking Mario Kart, okay? This game is amazing. I loved it. I bought the DLC because I wanted to play as Link. Always been a big Zelda guy. And yeah, it's fantastic. I love Mario Kart 8. It's a great game. Yeah, like I said, and so with this thing, I bought this during the promotion where you buy the game, and then you get a free Wii U game with it. So basically, you get 2 games for the price of 1. And so I went through all the options. The only one that I did not own at the time, well, I owned a couple of them. There was a bunch that I didn't own at the time, and one of those games that they gave you for free with Club Nintendo was the Wind Waker. So I didn't know what the game was. Wind Waker HD specifically. I didn't know what the game was when I bought it. But it was Zelda, and I was like, I know what Zelda is, so I'll get that one. I don't even remember the other games. I know one of them was Pikmin 3, but I already owned Pikmin 3, so I didn't get that one. And so I just picked the Zelda game, and Wind Waker HD only ended up being my favorite Zelda game for a very long time. It's still one of the best ever. If you have not played it, for that Zelda game video I did last week, I played the game for about, I want to say 15 minutes, and then I committed myself to a full playthrough. I'm almost done. I've been taking my time because I forgot how fucking amazing Wind Waker is, just as an experience. I love it. Great purchase. I got that for free. I got that shit for free. It's still probably the greatest deal Nintendo has ever given us, ever. Other games I have for my Wii U, Lego Dimensions. I like the minifigures. The game's okay. It sucks that you can't play it anymore, really. Disney Infinity, they sold me on Captain Jack Sparrow. I didn't get 2.0 or 3.0 because why would I? I got some Amiibo with my Wii U, for my Wii U as well. So I have Smash Bros. As well, Smash 4 somewhere. That's another great game. That was my favorite Smash Bros. We play that all the time. Like all the time. We would play that all the time. Me and my friends, whenever they'd come over, we have a party because of 8-player Smash, and I have way too many Wii remotes. That's a fantastic game. So I got some Amiibo with it. That same cousin that bought me my new Luigi's Mansion copy and my fucking my new copy of Luigi's Mansion and Ocarina of Time 3D. We were in Walmart because we were up visiting during the summer, and we were in Walmart, and because I was a huge Sonic kid too, like I was big into Sonic, like I still am to an extent, but not to the same level. Like I was obsessed with Sonic, but that's a whole nother story. And so we were in Walmart, and he secretly bought me the Sonic Amiibo, and I don't think I've ever loved a figure more. I still have it. It's in storage right now, along with most of my other Amiibo. But fucking A, dude. That was such a great gift. Like, I still treasure that Amiibo. Also, I just like Amiibo. I still do. And then, like, a couple years later, he just gave me pretty much his entire Amiibo collection because he didn't need it anymore. He also gave me a PS3, but we'll get to that later. Oh, shit. But, yeah. I love the Wii U. It has a lot of great games. Nintendo can go fuck themselves, though. Because when they shut down the Wii U and 3DS eShops, I bought a bunch of games because they weren't available to buy on Switch. And after I bought the games, they made them all available on Switch. Everything but Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD you can get on Switch now. All of the games I bought. Fucking Metroid Zero Mission, Metroid Fusion, fucking Minish Cap, the Oracle games. They're all available. All the classic games I bought on Virtual Console, my 3DS and Wii U, are now all available on Switch. Oh, except for the DS games. I bought Animal Crossing Wild World for some reason. Well, that I bought a couple years ago. And then, just before the eShop closed, like the day before, I bought... What did I buy? Guys, what did I buy? Oh, right. I bought the DS Zelda games. Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. Have not played them yet, because playing DS games on Wii U is hell. But it's cheaper than buying them physically. And also, it's the only way I can capture them without emulation, and I feel like using the touchscreen will probably be better. And the main reason why I haven't played them is that, for some reason, those games are played by looking at the touchscreen instead of at the top screen. So the top screen is where your map is. And I don't like that about it. I don't like that at all. And there's no way to switch it, to my knowledge. Maybe there's a setting for it. I haven't really looked that deep. I basically only booted them up and ran around for that video last week. But yeah, other than that, the Wii U It's a great system. Oh, I also owned Hyrule Warriors. I love Hyrule Warriors. My first Warriors game. Hyrule Warriors is fantastic. Play Hyrule Warriors on Switch, though. Then, let me put away my Wii U and GameCube games. So then there's another game for my Wii U that I didn't get to mention, but and also for my Wii, I guess. I really liked Donkey Kong Country Returns growing up. I had I didn't own it. It was one of those games I played at my aunt's house, and I actually beat it. I beat it by myself. It took me like 3 years, but I beat Donkey Kong Country Returns. It's a fantastic game. I love DKC Return. Donkey Kong Country Returns. I love it. It's a great game. And so when Tropical Freeze was announced, I wanted it. I got it for Christmas. It was too hard. I couldn't get past like the third world or whatever. And so I sold it to buy something else. I don't remember what. It was probably something really shitty though. But yeah, I sold it to GameStop for like $10, and I walked out with a used game of some kind for something. I really don't remember what that game was. I kind of regret selling Tropical Freeze now because it's kind of expensive. I could just buy the Switch port, but also I kind of want Tropical Freeze on Wii U again. Just because I regret selling it. But that's it for Wii U. So I'm going to move on to the Switch now. We're going to go over handhelds after. So I love the Switch a lot. I got my Switch in 2017 with Mario Odyssey in like a bundle. That didn't come with a physical case or cartridge, which kind of stinks. And I just want to tell the story of getting my Switch. So I played Breath of the Wild on Wii U, like I mentioned in my Zelda video. But when I got my Switch, I still had really shitty internet. And so with that console, I got, like I said, the Mario Odyssey bundle. It came with this case and a collectible coin. I still have all of the stuff. And so I bought it. So I got it. I got this I got the system for Christmas. Me and my brother. And my Wi-Fi was really, really shitty. But my grandparents had pretty good Wi-Fi. Like, it wasn't... So, like, I would get a megabyte or less. They would get around 2 megabytes. So, it was over double my internet speed. So, I went over there with my Switch, plugged it in the corner, and I just sat on the floor. I sat on the floor installing Mario Odyssey because the only 2 games we got with our Switch was the Mario Odyssey download code and Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which is an actual good game, by the way. I like it. Again, because my brother was into the Rabbids. And so we sat down, and I went over there, I sat down, and I plugged it in. And I'm just sitting at my grandparents' house. My grandpa's watching hockey on the TV, and I'm just talking with them. You know, it's Christmas Day. I'm over there, and I'm downloading Mario Odyssey. And that was a really special moment in my history, I think, because it was just such a quiet kind of solitary moment of me just being with them. And, you know, a little over, I guess it was a little less than 6 months later, my grandpa passed away from cancer. And, you know, looking back on it now, it's an incredibly important moment for me, where we didn't do anything important. I can't remember a single word that was said, but just being there was enough, you know. And it's one of the last big memories I have with my grandpa before he passed away. And that's part of the reason why I love the Switch. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to get emotional like that. I just, this whole thing has been kind of walking through my memories with all of my games and things that have been a part of my life, and I just kind of felt like telling that story. Felt good. But yeah, the Switch has a bunch of great fucking games on it, and that's why I own 5. So, first, I'll just go over my Switch console. So, I don't have this one on me right now. I lent it to a friend so that he could play Breath of the Wild, and then I just recently lent him Metroid Dread and Metroid Prime Remastered, because those are some just beautiful games. I'm gonna need those back, Zach. Eventually. Not right now, but I'm gonna need them back. Yeah, so he has my original Switch, the one that came with the Mario Odyssey thing right now. And then for Christmas, God, like 4 or 5 years later, I got this. I really wanted an OLED, and so I got the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Special Edition. It's plugged in my living room right now, because we're using it to play games, obviously, because this is my main Switch now. Great console, beautiful Special Edition. I love the way this looks a lot. I don't like Scarlet and Violet very much. Like, they're fine or whatever, but like, beautiful Special Edition. Then I bought this myself for like $200 at the used game store. That same used game store that I've been talking about. That I got most of this other stuff from. This is my Switch Lite, my original one. I used it to play Pikmin 4, and that's it. The stick has drift. Spent $200 on this. Stick has drift. So it's really frustrating to play Pikmin and other games with it, so I just don't. Then after that, I bought this myself as well. I got my OLED Switch, and then like 2 weeks later, Nintendo was like, "Hey, look at this Zelda Switch," and I went, "You fuckers." I bought it anyway. I have not used it. Like, I've opened the box and looked at it. It's still in its plastic. It's yet to be touched by human hands. One day I think I'll display it, but I'm content just keeping this in the box. It's part of my collection. I'm a console collector, mostly. Like, I have a lot of games, but I don't like go out of my way to collect games most of the time. I prefer to collect console special editions, which is why I also own this. I asked, my mom was like, "What would you like for Christmas, Brady?" And I went, "This." I want the new Zelda Switch because I love the way this one looks, and so I own it and I use this. This is my portable Switch Lite now. So I basically just keep my OLED for at home and then my Switch Lite for when I go out. But yeah, so those are my Switch consoles. As for Switch games, I got my Switch, like I said, with Mario Odyssey. It's a fun game. It took me about 4 years to beat it. And Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Then my next big Switch game was, I got about a month later, because my mom was like, "Well, you need more Switch games." And I asked her for Breath of the Wild. I previously played the game on Wii U and already beat it. Because, like, the game came out in March. I didn't get my Switch till December of 2017. So, like, early January, I got Breath of the Wild. Played the shit out of that. Love Breath of the Wild. And then, as time went on, I got more games. I think the next games I got for my Switch were... we went to visit my grandma during the summer of 2018. And I was allowed to pick up 2 games at Best Buy. I purchased, I had some spending money, so we went to Best Buy, and I got 2 games. I got Hyrule Warriors, Definitive Edition, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. 2 games I already owned on my Wii U, and 2 games I now owned on Switch, and I do not regret my decision whatsoever. I love both those games, and I would buy them again if I could. And then after that, the only other Switch game I got was Christmas. The next big Switch game I got was for Christmas 2000. I want to say Christmas 2018, Christmas Day. My mom let me digitally purchase Smash Ultimate, and I love that game, and I'm so happy she let me do that. And then yeah, as time went on, I got more Switch games for Christmas. I got Pokemon Sword and Shield, which was awesome. I played through Pokemon Shield is still one of my favorites in the Pokemon series. I eventually picked up. We were on vacation, and we went to a GameStop, or it was an EB Games at the time. Now they're GameStop. I went to an EB Games, and I found Super Mario Maker 2 for $30. So I got that. I bought that with my own money, and I love Super Mario Maker 2. I played the shit out of that. I still play the shit out of that. That's a really fun game. And then yeah, the rest of the games, kind of the only other big ones I could think of that like hold sentimental value is my mom. For my birthday, she asked me. She basically was like, "What?" We were out on vacation during my birthday, my 17th birthday, and she was like, "What game do you want for your birthday?" And Skyward Sword HD had just come out, and so I bought that. I wanted that. I said, "Mom, that," and she bought it for me, and I love that game. I love Skyward Sword. That was a great gift. I played like the shit out of it. I 100% completed the game by myself without a guide, and that's a core memory for me, baby. And I love that game so much. I love my Switch. That's why I have 5. The Switch is a great console. I'm super excited for the Switch 2, and I'm gonna make some like other videos about the Switch 2, and like I'll be making like my wish list and stuff like that. Just because I feel like I'm like really into content creation right now. I really like making videos and just talking about games again. But yeah, that's it for my home consoles, I guess. I have a lot of fond memories with all of these systems and all of these games, and I'm really happy that I grew up with an N64, with Mario 64, a GameCube, Wii U, and well, to a lesser extent, I've been like an elderly teen and then young adult, and then as just a full adult for pretty much the entirety of the Switch life. The Switch came out in 2017. In 2017, I would have been I was gonna say 11, that's not right. I would have been 13. 12. 13. 2017. I started high school in 2007. I would have been 13. I would have been 13 when I would have been 12 to 13 when the Switch came out. I think I was 12. Because my birthday is in the latter half of the year. So yeah, I was a teenager for most of the Switch's life. I wasn't really a kid anymore. I had an Xbox One then, so basically I'd play on my Switch, my Xbox One. Yeah, so then, what happened, okay, but yeah, so like, I love the Switch, I love all these consoles, I'm so happy I grew up with them, I have a lot of fond memories with all of these games, and if you want to hear more sentimental stories, I can definitely make a follow-up to something like this. So the next thing I want to talk about is the Nintendo handhelds, because, so, when I was a kid, I did not have an original Game Boy. I have a Game Boy now, I have a Game Boy Color now as well. They're somewhere. I moved everything around when I was making that Zelda video, and they're fine systems. I don't have a lot of games. I have a case right here full of pretty much all of my Game Boy games and Game Boy games. I have 4 Japanese Game Boy games. I have Super Mario Land, Kirby Pinball, some other two other Japanese games that I don't know. Oh yeah, right. So I have Super Mario Land, Kirby Pinball, Kirby Dream Land 2, and I don't know what this is. I played about 5 minutes of it. I didn't care. And then I also have Link's Awakening and Link's Awakening DX. And those are great games. Like, I like my Game Boy games a lot. But I don't have really any nostalgic memories to talk about with these games or any specific things. Like, I usually play Kirby Pinball. I bought Tetris. It has not showed up yet. So then, a little while after, but when I was a kid, my dad owned a Game Boy Advance. And so, I have a lot of memories with the GBA. I have a bunch of garbage games on here. Like, I have, like, Shark Tale and Shrek, Chicken Little, Star Wars, The Droid Army. I played a lot of this game. It was way too hard because I sucked at it, but also it was fun. And then other than that, we had Zelda 2, and the main one I played was Pac-Man Collection. Because it's Pac-Man Collection. We also had like Battleship, Risk, Clue, stuff like that, which are all fine games. I don't have any complaints with them. They're all just, the games. The main one that sticks out in my mind is Link to the Past. I didn't get very far. I never beat the first dungeon, but I played the opening section over and over and over again. I loved Link to the Past. I don't know where that cartridge went. I've cleaned out my room like 5 times. I lost Pac-Man Collection and Link to the Past, which sucks because those are the 2 games that I like the most on the console. So I really gotta find those, but I know that they're still in my house somewhere. But like I don't have very many like nostalgic memories with the GBA. I remember I couldn't play it much because the case we had for it was really hard to open for some reason. So I didn't really get to do that to play it very much. So then, like, but then after that, I want to say a couple years later, I got my limited edition Super Mario 25th Anniversary DSi XL. This is beautiful. The screen is fucked. I have to get it fixed. I have to buy like a replacement screen kit. But as you can see, the top screen looks like this now, which is a shame because this is my favorite system to play DS games on. And I have a lot of great memories with this. I did not have a lot of DS games. In retrospect, like looking back on it now, I had very few DS games. And by very few, I mean very fucking few DS games. I don't know where all my DS games are right now, but I had a lot of movie license stuff. So I had like Nemo. Well, actually, I'll tell that story after. But the DS came with this. Came with Mario Kart DS, which is the best game. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is definitely better, but I love Mario Kart DS. I got New Super Mario Bros. As well. The ad, it was the commercial where the kids were fucking singing. That's what, yeah, I just remembered that. The commercial where they're like, we like Mario and we want to play the game. This one, whatever, it's on the screen.
We've been good, well, mostly good. Don't you think we deserve something awesome? If you buy us a Nintendo DS, we'll play Mario games, cause they're the best. And think of the laughs that we'll have when we snap pics of Grandma.
We can record our voice and mess with what we say.
You get a happy holiday.
Mamma Mia! The special edition Nintendo DSi XL bundle!
That's made me want it so bad. My parents bought it for me, and I love them for it. DSi XL limited edition Mario game. I did not have a lot of games for my DS. I loved it. I love my DS. I still love my DS. I love DS games. But most of my DS games I bought in adulthood, like Sonic Rush and other games as well. But Mario Kart DS and Super Mario Brothers were staples of my DS library, as well as my grandma took me to a garage sale, and there they were selling DS games. And I got 2 DS games that day. I got Finding Nemo and Mario Party DS. And Mario Party DS is my favorite Mario Party to this day. I played that shit endlessly with my friends. We would laugh. We would fucking scream at each other. It was so much fun. I love Mario Kart DS. If you've not played, not Mario Kart, Mario Party DS. I mean, I do love Mario Kart DS, but Mario Party DS is a fantastic game, and I would totally recommend it. But that's about it for my DS memories. Like, I love using like the sound app on my DS. I have a bunch of photos on there, taking pictures. It's great. It's great. But I think the next console will have a lot more to say about, considering it is my favorite of all time. The 3DS. So this is not my original 3DS. This isn't even my 3DS technically, but I stole it from my brother. He didn't use it anyway. So I got a 3DS pretty much like a few months after it came out. I did not get it for the ambassador program, unfortunately. I got it like for Christmas or something. I got the red 3DS, the big fat brick one, and I love it. I loved it so much. I got Super Mario 3D World, and I played that shit endlessly. Like, I loved that game. I loved it. And then after that, my brother got one. He got a 3DS XL blue, and then that one broke. And we don't know how to this day. It was Christmas morning, and I'm sitting there. I'm playing Mario Kart 7 like this, right? I'm playing Mario Kart 7, because it was like a download card. It was a downloaded game on his 3DS. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's here. I'll just turn this on and check. But I was playing Mario Kart 7, and then I was called to breakfast, so I did this, and I put it down on the coffee table. And when I came back, I opened the DS, and it was in half. And that's not a lie. Yeah, we owned it digitally. Yes, I have the Sonic Boom theme. I'm not embarrassed to admit that. Yeah, so I had it. I had the DS. Yeah, and so the DS broke in two, so he had to get a new one. And the new one they got was the Yoshi Special Edition. We don't have any of the Yoshi games for 3DS, but I am so happy we got this system. And this is my go-to 3DS. This is the one that I bought all those games on. This is how I originally played the Oracle games. I got Sonic Triple Trouble on here. I begged my mom for Sonic Triple Trouble. And my favorite thing on the 3DS was the built-in software. I love playing Face Raiders, and I more specifically love Street Pass Me Plaza. I have 7 3DSs. I have my original one, I have this one, and then I have a 2DS. Then I have a new 3DS Japanese. I have a new 2DS XL. I have a new 3DS XL Japanese, and I also have the one-piece Nintendo 3DS XL. Not the red one, not the chopper one. The chopper one was too expensive. And I basically bought all these so I could play the Street Pass games by myself. I bought all of them before the eShop closed, and they're so fun. Like, I genuinely love the games so much. I beat Find Me. Okay? On my original 3DS, I beat Find Me, okay? But yeah, my 3DS, I didn't really have a lot of cartridge games for, despite how much I love the 3DS. I pretty much only played Mario 3D Land, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, I played that one quite a bit. I still vastly prefer the first one. Wreck-It Ralph. And then one game that I hold near and dear to my heart, and it's one of my favorites of all time. I watched a Space Hamster video about it, and then when we were out of town, we went to GameStop, and they had one copy left for sale. And that game was, of course, Miitopia. This is my favorite 3DS game. I love it to death. When they announced it for Switch, I was literally running through my fucking house screaming, "Holy shit! Fucking Miitopia!" And then I played like 20 hours of the game that week. I got back into it. And the Switch port is even better. I don't own it physically, but I really want to own it physically. Miitopia is a great game, and I love it to death. I like it a lot more than Tomodachi Life. Tomodachi Life, great game. I'm not going to knock on that. I didn't play it back in the DS's heyday. I played it recently on this bad boy, and it's great. Tomodachi Life is fun. Miitopia, I like a lot more. And that's it for my Nintendo console everything, I guess. I don't own a Virtual Boy. I don't own an N64 DD. I don't own a lot of stuff. But that's okay. This has been a fun retrospective for Nintendo. So that was about it for my Nintendo stuff. I have other miscellaneous things, like I got the Zelda Game & Watch, not to be confused with Game & Watch Zelda, or the Zelda Game Watch. Those are all different things, look it up. I have my amiibos and stuff that are all in storage, but that's about it for, like, my Nintendo game wall. Like, I have a lot more DS and 3DS games. They're just buried. Like I said, I got Ocarina of Time 3D. I already told that story, so I don't need to tell it again. And, like, it's cool. I like my Nintendo stuff. I'm about to run out of storage again. So, cut again, and then I'll come back. But yeah, I really like all my Nintendo stuff. Like, I hope I got that across. Tears were shed. Bonds were made. Friendships were broken. I'm talking about in Miitopia. But yeah, so that's like it for my Nintendo stuff. So let's move on to my PlayStation. The rest of this video will not be that long. I promise. I promise. Alright, I'm back. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know why I'm apologizing. Syncing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So, PlayStation is easily the platform I have the least experience with. My first ever PlayStation console was a PS2 I bought off of a local guy, and it came with a bunch of kids games. He also had Devil May Cry 2, and I did not buy Devil May Cry 2 off him because I don't like Devil May Cry. I got Resident Evil 4 and some other games. My friend sold me Devil May Cry 3, which is actually a good game that I like. And so that was cool. But other than that, I have no memories with my PS2. I also have a PS1 somewhere. I have never plugged it in. I only own one PS1 game, and that is Die Hard Trilogy. Right here. It's got Die Hard 1, 2, and 3, the games. I played all of these. Die Hard 1 was like a... It was like a semi... I don't know. It was like a top-down shooter. Die Hard 2 was like an arcade game, kind of like it was the non-rail shooter. And then Die Hard with a Vengeance was a car game. I couldn't figure out how to play it. It's kind of like GTA, but not good. You had to like race to the areas that Simon said before the things go off, like in the movie, but without all the fun parts of that movie, like Samuel L. Jackson yelling at you. Maybe he did. It's been a while since I've played this game, but it's my only PS1 game. I want to get Final Fantasy VII and the JoJo's game, JoJo PS1 game, but yeah. Other than that, for my PlayStation games, I have a PlayStation 3. My cousin gave me his PS3 and a bunch of games and a controller that was broken, and I never used that PS3. See, I bought a wireless controller for it, but by the time I did that, my PS3 was already in storage, so I didn't get to use it. And so it was a PS3 Super Slim. Like, I'm eventually gonna buy a just regular PS3, because the PS3, like the regular, like the original model PS3, can play PS1 and PS2 games with an HDMI out, meaning I can play my PS2 games. Like, I have a lot of PS2 games, because like that bundle was like $250 for a lot of PS2 games. A lot of bad games. There's some good games in there though, like Shadow of the Colossus. But yeah, I'm gonna get an original PS3 at some point so I can play all the PlayStation games. I don't own a PS4. I do own a PS5. I own the limited edition Spider-Man 2 PS5. Went through a lot of loops and hoops to get this. This is my PS5. This one. This is my PS5. Great console. Love the PS5. Not really. Only thing I really played on it was PS4 games. Detroit Become Human is great. I bought the Quantic Dream collection. I have not played Beyond Two Souls or Heavy Rain yet. But I got it just because I love Detroit. I don't know where that disc went. I lost it. My only other PS4 game is somewhere. Or I guess I have two. I got JoJo's All-Star Battle R and God of War PS4. I haven't played it yet. The only other game. I bought the PS5. I didn't use it much. I played both Spider-Man games, or all three Spider-Man games, I should say. I played Miles 2. They're fun. I don't know, not something I'm ever really itching to go back to be honest. Then I also played Eyes of Heaven, the JoJo fighting game, 3D fighting game. I love Eyes of Heaven, by the way. It's a fun game. It's not perfect by any means. I like it. I like it. Then, yeah, I played Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is a game I've been wanting to play for years. Did not like it. And that's about it for my PS5. I have not plugged it in months. I would probably use it more if I had more outlets. My TV has 3 HDMI outs. My TV has 3 HDMI ins. And I keep my Xbox and my Switch plugged in, because my Xbox is my go-to platform. It's been like that forever. We have always been a Nintendo and Xbox family. And yeah, that's my PlayStation stuff. Like, again, I don't have a lot to say about my PlayStation library, because it's all stuff I bought within the last 2 years. And yeah, but my Xbox stuff, I have a lot more to say. So, growing up, I had 360, but my dad had an original Xbox, which is how I played Halo CE, like Halo Combat Evolved. I didn't like Halo 2. It was too hard. I like dual-wielding pistols like Captain Rex, though. But no, using my... but like on the original Xbox, I played Fable, some other games. Voodoo Vince was one my dad really liked, but we didn't play that much. Yeah, so like original Xbox games, mostly just Halo. I loved Halo. I still love Halo to an extent. I do not really care for Infinite all that much. I love everything from Halo 5, Halo Wars 2, Halo 4. They're all good games. I don't care how controversial that is. Halo 5 is a good game. Halo 5 is a really good game. And I'm not a big fan of the campaign story, but I freaking love the multiplayer so much, dude. So much. Fucking Action Sack is so fun, okay? I love it. I love Halo 5. Halo 5 is an underrated gem of the Xbox library, okay? Yeah, so I got my Xbox 360 in like 2010, 2011, something like that, and I fucking loved it. I've played, growing up on it, I played some original Xbox games. I played Star Wars Battlefront 2, best game ever made, no contest. The original Star Wars Battlefront 2, 2005, greatest fucking piece of media known to man. I played a bunch of other games too. Fable 3 is still my favorite Fable game. I have a lot of nostalgia for that game. I have so many hours in that game still. I replay it every couple of years. Big fan. Fable 3, fantastic. I love Fable 3. Fight me, okay? Halo Wars is my favorite Halo game, and I'm not afraid to admit that. Halo Wars is the best Halo game, and I don't care what you think, okay? It's the best one. Then we also have, put it on my 360, of course, I fell in love with Minecraft. Minecraft is my most played game of all time. I still play it pretty actively to this day. Minecraft has been a part of my life since I was like 7 years old, and I love it. And I'm also not afraid to admit that. I love Minecraft. And the 360 was how I met some of my best friends online. I don't keep in touch with a lot of them all the time, but we did YouTube videos and stuff together way back in the day. And it's part of the reason why I still like to do content creation to this day. I have, a lot of other memories from my 360. The best Call of Duty game is Call of Duty Ghosts. I love Call of Duty Ghosts. That's my favorite one. I played that on the 360. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is another amazing game. I love Black Flag so much. I replay it a lot. Diablo 3 is my favorite Diablo game. Diablo 2 is fun. I love Diablo 1. Diablo 4 is bad. Diablo 3 is my favorite. I still have my same character, and I still play on him. The same guy I've had since I was like fucking 12 years old. Me and my dad played the demo when that came out. They shipped us a copy, and it was broken. The case was destroyed, but the game disc still worked. And then one day, we were on vacation at GameStop, and I bought Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. Looking back on it now, I have a feeling that Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls is probably the game I bought with my Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze money. Yeah, looking it up, I feel like that's probably what I did. Even though the Xbox One was already out, I probably didn't get one at launch. So I'm pretty sure that I traded DKC Tropical Freeze for Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, which is a good trade in my opinion. I mean, I don't know if Donkey Kong Country is actually as amazing as everybody else says, because I traded it when I was like 10, so. And I don't regret it. My parents were like, why would you want to buy that? We already own Diablo 3. And I'm like, they got a new character in the game, and a whole new story content. I bought the whole game again, and I would buy the whole game again. I did buy the whole game again. I bought it like 4 more times so I could play with all my friends, and they never played it with me. But yeah, Diablo 3 is a great game. I remember reading the back of the box and flipping through the manual during like the 5-hour ride home after I bought it. Oh, dude, it was so surreal. It was so fun. Like, I will treasure that moment forever when I got to pop that game in. I'm pretty sure that was then like the next year, or then a few years later I did the same thing with Breath of the Wild on Wii U. But like Diablo 3 was the first time, like that feeling that you get when you open a new game and you're like you just can't wait to get home to play it. You're driving through the car. That is the game that I think of instantly when that feeling comes to mind. I love Diablo 3 so much. My 360 library was full of beautiful, wonderful, amazing games that I still replay often. And I don't think there's a single game that I treasure more on the console than Sonic Generations. When that fucking commercial came on and they showed two Sonics running through a field, I fell in love.
There's only one thing cooler than Sonic. Two Sonics.
I don't know what it was, but I was like, holy shit, there's two Sonics? I didn't know what the fuck Sonic was. I was like 7. Not even, maybe. And I got it for Christmas, and I played it. I still play it. So when Sonic X Shadow Generations got announced, I was so hyped. Not a big fan of the rewrites, but the game is still amazing. I love Sonic Generations. I 100%ed that game for the first time in the re-release, like in the remaster or whatever the fuck Sonic X Generations is. I don't care. And it was amazing. I loved it. I still love it. I love going back and playing through that game. I bought it on Steam so I could mod it. And like the level design is superb. It's still my favorite Sonic game. It's one of the best 3D platformers ever, in my opinion. Sonic Adventure, fantastic. Sonic Generations, fantastic. Also on my 360, I got obviously not physically, but downloadable games. Iconic games like Castle Crashers, peak video game. I don't know what else to say about it. Battle Block Theater, another phenomenal experience. Other indie games as well I played in my friend's house. We play all sorts of fun stuff. Another game, the two games that I loved, fell in love with Sonic on the 360, like I said, playing the re-releases of Sonic Adventures, Adventure 1 and 2. Still, the two only ways I've beaten those games. I have them both on Steam and on my Xbox One and everything, and my Xbox Series X, but I'm like, I don't know, man. It's just like, the 360 version is just like, still my favorite way to play the game. And the 360 controller is fantastic, too. Like, I have a lot of love for the 360. I like the Kinect. And I'm not afraid to admit that I like the Kinect. Yeah, it's kind of shitty, but there's a lot of good, fun games. The Gunstringer is one of my favorites. I love the FMV segment after you beat the game. I also love Wipeout for Kinect. Wipeout was one of my favorite shows as a kid. Wipeout for Kinect. That's so fun. I don't know if the video still exists, but we did a live stream one time called Fat Kid Plays Kinect. This is like 4 or 5 years ago now, I think. But there was so much fun. We played like Dance Central and a bunch of other stuff, and we played we played Wipeout Kinect, and I haven't laughed that hard in such a long time. I definitely want to do like a Kinect retrospective at some point, because I think I'm a lot more positive on Kinect than I think a lot of other people are. Because like, I don't know, I love the Kinect. Like, there's a lot of fun Kinect games. Kung Fu High Impact was one of the games. I only own the demo, but I fucking loved it. Happy Action Theater. I love Happy Action Theater. I have to get, oh my god, dude, Happy Action Theater. I remember how fun that game was. It was just a bunch of random garbage, but it was so fun. I just remembered Happy Action. I gotta get some people together. I gotta get my little cousins over something to play Happy Action Theater sometime, because it's a great game. But yeah, the 360. I love the 360. I have 3 360s. I got this. This is my original childhood one. This is the Modern Warfare 2 Xbox 360. As you can see, I got Angry Bird stickers when I went to the dentist one time, and I put them on my Xbox. And I just can't bring myself to take them off. Oh, also the disc tray doesn't open. You have to pry it open with a knife. So I had a knife in my room for like 5 years, like a butter knife that I would just use to pry open my 360. No, my 360 was like my main childhood console. I'd play Halo 4 with my friends online. People would try to recruit like 8-year-old me into clans because I was really good at the game. There was an honest thing that happened one time too. Like I was playing Halo 4 and I got invited to a party, and this guy was like, "Would you like to join our clan?" And I went, "Okay." I didn't know what he meant. I had no fucking idea. And then the first thing he asked me is, "How old are you?" And then I left the call. Another time I was playing, I think I was playing Halo 4. I played a lot of Halo 4. And I got this fucking message on Xbox, like Xbox 360 chat. And this guy, he called me gay. He's like, "You're fucking gay, lol." And I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what gay meant. I'm like 9. Not even 9, maybe. I'm a kid. I'm little. I don't know what that means. So I go tell my parents, and they're like, "What an asshole. I fucking hate this guy. What an asshole." So they reported him. They reported this fucking guy, called me gay, and then they deleted the message off my Xbox. Which I think is fucking hilarious now, in retrospect. Yeah, another great game that I got on my Xbox 360. Gears of War 3. Gears of War 3 is a phenomenal experience. I loved playing Horde mode and Beast, and that's it. I didn't play much else. And like, I love it. Like, I love Gears of War. Like, I loved being able to just talk about this kind of stuff, like, on video. Like, I'm really excited to post this in, like, a week or whatever, whenever I'm done editing this thing, so it's gonna be, like, an hour and a half. But no, like, it's like, the 360 was basically my console that I played on my multiplayer games. I played Halo Reach because I got it free with gold. Like, this was my system. I'd play, Assassin's Creed and all sorts of games that, like, I still love to this day. I'm not a big Assassin's Creed guy now, but, like, I was back then, and, like, I love Black Flag. I got Black Flag with my Xbox One. So let's talk about the Xbox One. My Xbox One was a game system. Sunset Overdrive is a really good game. I wish it sold better. I would have loved a Sunset Overdrive 2, but Insomniac was bought out by Sony, which sucks. But, no, Sunset is a fantastic game. That was probably the Xbox One game, like the launch game I played the most. With my Xbox One, I got Halo 5, and I also got Master Chief Collection. And Master Chief Collection is great. I don't know, it's Halo. At the time, it was just Halos 1 to 4. Master Chief Collection. I don't know what to say. It's 4 great games. And then when they added Reach and 3 ODST, it became 6 great games. My Xbox One games, physically Minecraft Story Mode. I didn't really have any, like, I don't know, like, I didn't really go out of my way to get Xbox One games physically, because, like, I just buy them digitally. Like, we had gotten slightly better internet kind of around that time, so it wouldn't take me as long. One memory I have of the Xbox One that I want to share is, you ever hear about Fable Legends? It was like a Fable game that never came out. I got to be in the closed beta before Lionhead Studios shut down. So, here's my first-hand account of the gameplay. It was kind of like... It was like a multiplayer, like a beat 'em up kind of thing. Well, there's a lot of characters, and then because there was like weekly updates to it, and it would take me a week to install the update. So I only got to play it like 3 or 4 times. But also the game wasn't that fun anyway. But it was like a decent time. Like, it sucks that it got canceled, because it was like, again, it was like a 4-player, like open. Kind of like you go through levels, like a mission-based level system. Like, you play a level with a bunch of people fighting Hobbs and other Fable enemies and doing Fable kind of things, and like a hub world, and there's a bunch of characters. Like, it was fun. It was a fun game. It wasn't like that amazing or anything, but I don't think it deserved to, be canceled, but the studio shut down. So, like, what else are they gonna do? I I gravitated towards this one guy. He was the one I played. He kind of looked like Reinhardt from Overwatch, but like skinny. But no, it was a good game. Like it was a solid time. Like it sucks it never came out. But I got to beta test a game that never came out, and that is probably the highlight of my life. You know, like who else considered they did that? Not you, probably. Yeah, I still have the closed beta installed on my Xbox One. My Xbox One was just the regular big old fat Xbox One that released in like 2013. And that was the one I had. I never got an Xbox One S or an Xbox One X. My dad and my brother both got Xbox One S's. I got the Xbox One, the original fat one. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about the Xbox One. A lot of games on it, a lot of good games. I'll say that. Like I think the Xbox kind of shot themselves in the foot because the Xbox One had a lot of really fun games. I remember the Christmas I got my Xbox One. Some people hacked Microsoft, so I couldn't use it. I couldn't download the update that let me use my Xbox, so I didn't get to use my Xbox till Boxing Day, which is kind of shitty. But also I think that makes it for a better story. The Xbox One is just kind of, I don't know, uninteresting to talk about. Like, I played Assassin's Creed Unity on it. That's a fun game. But I also played Black Flag again on it. And a lot of other games, too. My 360 games. I rebought Diablo 3 a couple of years ago. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. I played that on my 360, but mostly on Xbox One. Looking through... I don't have that many Xbox One games, Like, I just remembered a couple. The Call of Duty game. I own two Call of Duty games that I got as gifts. Call of Duty Ghosts, love that game. And Call of Duty World War II. Did not care for World War II that much. Recently, it's like 3 years ago, I bought Black Ops 3 just to play zombies. I don't regret it. I actually really like Black Ops 3 Zombies. I have not dipped my toe in any other CODs since. I play Ghosts on my Xbox Series X with my friends because they also like good games. But no, the only other game I'm going to think of that I actively love on Xbox One is it's a multi-platform. But Titanfall 2 is the greatest game ever made. And we need a Titanfall 3. I could go on. Titanfall 2 deserves its own video, and it will definitely get one. It's a phenomenal game. Fantastic multiplayer. Fantastic single player. Amazing physics, gravity, weapons. It's so good. Apex is not as good as that game. I have put more time into Apex, I'll say that. I don't really like Apex anymore. I may or may not have put over a month of my real life being into it. But I don't really like it anymore. Another game I put a lot of time into that's on Xbox One, Sea of Thieves. I got into Sea of Thieves when I got into One Piece, because I wanted like a pirate experience, because I was into the pirate anime. And Sea of Thieves is still one of my favorite games of all time. It's not one that I can play actively like I used to anymore, because like I've just played it so much. But it's one of those games where when I get back into it, I'm like, yeah, okay, I like this game. And there's a lot of new content now that I haven't experienced, which is really exciting because I really want to kind of want to get my friends on and play Sea of Thieves again sometime, but who knows, right? Other than those kind of things, like just talking about like games that I'm like into now, that like I played on my Xbox One. I played like Fortnite a little bit, Apex, some of those online only games, but like nothing big that stands out. And then like my Series X is my main platform, but I play like Fortnite and pretty much every multi-plat release on it. Like I don't really go out of my way anymore to buy Xbox games. I kind of buy whatever multi-plat on Xbox because it's just the one I use the most. Like I got Sparking Zero. It's probably the last big game I bought for Xbox. I love it. Sparking Zero is a fantastic game. I love the gameplay a lot. But it's just kind of, No. Like, I don't have much to say about my Series X. Like, I got it for Christmas in 2020, which was really lucky, and I'm super grateful. And my brother kind of ruined the surprise. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to get. And then he's like, you know, oh, it might be an Xbox. And I was expecting to get like an Xbox One S or X or something, like an upgrade. Because again, I've been using my original fat Xbox One, and then I was playing GTA 5 on it finally. And it took like 9 minutes to load. I timed it. It took 9 minutes to load in the Xbox One. Series X loads in like 35 seconds. Like, it loads so fast. Like, it loaded so fast on my Series X that I would get mad because it wouldn't even load the button to just load into online. Because I didn't play the story mode that much. I just mostly played online with my friends. Because GTA Online is a fun game. But yeah, no, like, I'm about to run out of space again. Just talking about all this with you guys has been so much fun. And I am so happy that we got to do this together today. You know, I have a website now where I just kind of post random shit about video games, if you want to check that out. This is a very unscripted video. I have no idea how I'm going to end this. I don't know how I'm supposed to end this, you know. I think there's only one way I can end a video like this. I think you all should go play some fucking video games. And if you have any memories or personal stories that you want to share with me on any kind of game that you love, you know, comment below. You can leave probably a longer comment on my website even, maybe. BartyReportGN.com. You know, just like comment. Tell me what you love about gaming. What brings you joy with this medium. What you like, what you dislike. If you agree with anything I said, if you disagree. I'm sure a lot of you probably hate a lot of my takes about the Call of Duty and Halo stuff. But that's what makes this fun to talk about. That's what makes this fun to discuss. You know? So, you know, with that, I really hope you all enjoyed. Please let me know what you thought about this. Let me know what you think I should do for my next milestone. What kind of games you want me to talk about from this collection I've talked about. I could do videos about pretty much any one of these. You know? So let me know. You know, comment, whatever. Very happy to make this video. Very much looking forward to continue to make videos. My Bayonetta 2 video is almost done. So by the time this comes out, it might already be done and like just like being polished more or whatever. But yeah. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you later. Peace.